People say weddings bring out the best in families, but on the day my son got married, I learned weddings can also reveal the ugliest truths. I never expected to be humiliated in front of 200 guests, or that a stranger, a millionaire no less, would turn the entire night upside down. My name is Grandpa Joy, 68 years old, retired carpenter, lover of strong tea, and apparently, according to my new daughter-in-law, a fat pig. The insult still burns. It happened at the reception, right after the couple walked in grandly, the bride shimmering in a dress that probably cost more than my old pickup truck. I was sitting at a table near the front, trying my best to look presentable in my only suit. My son, Michael, had insisted I come early and sit close. "Dad, you're important," he'd said. But my new daughter-in-law, Vanessa, didn't share that opinion. She strutted toward me after the photos, her perfect makeup shining under the lights. "You're sitting too close to the stage," she hissed. "My family is supposed to be here, not some." Her eyes scanned me from belly to shoes, her lip curling. "Fat pig." A few nearby guests gasped. I froze. I wanted to believe I misheard, that perhaps she'd said big wig or something, anything that didn't slice me to the bone. But no, her eyes told the truth. My son heard her too, and for a moment I thought he'd defend me. His mouth opened, but then he glanced at his bride's furious expression and backed down like a frightened puppy. "Dad," he whispered, "maybe sit at the back, just for today." My heart cracked in a way I didn't know hearts could still crack at my age. I didn't argue. I stood slowly, adjusted my jacket, and shuffled toward an empty seat near the corner where the waiters walked by, unseen. It would have been easy to leave. Maybe I should have. But I raised that boy alone after his mother died. I built him wooden toys when I couldn't afford the plastic ones. I worked double shifts to send him to college. I wasn't going to vanish from his wedding like I didn't matter. So I sat there quietly, swallowing humiliation like it was part of the meal. That's when everything changed. About 10 minutes later, the doors of the hall swung open, and in walked a tall, sharp-dressed man in a navy blue suit. People turned their heads. His presence was magnetic, like someone had turned on an extra spotlight just for him. I recognized him instantly, though I hadn't seen him in years. Mr. Armstrong. Once a boy I mentored at the local community center. Now a millionaire businessman whose face was on magazines and billboards. He scanned the room, ignoring the confused stares and whispers, and then his eyes landed on me. His entire face lit up. "Joy," he shouted, his voice booming with genuine excitement. Before anyone could react, he marched across the hall, straight toward my lonely corner seat. He pulled me up into a tight hug. The hall went silent. "Ladies and gentlemen," he said loudly, holding me by the shoulders, "this man you're ignoring, this man sitting alone, he saved my life." Vanessa's jaw dropped. Michael blinked like he suddenly forgot how to breathe. Mr. Armstrong continued, "When I was 16, I had no father, no direction. I was heading toward trouble fast. And this man right here, Grandpa Joy, taught me carpentry, discipline, and dignity. He made me believe I wasn't a lost cause." He turned to the crowd. "Everything I built, every company I own, it started because this man gave me a chance." I felt heat rise behind my eyes. I hadn't known he felt that strongly. Then, to make matters even more shocking, Mr. Armstrong snapped his fingers at a waiter. "Bring a chair," he ordered. "No, bring a seat to the main table, next to the bride and groom." The staff scrambled to obey. Vanessa looked like she swallowed a lemon. He can't sit up here," she protested weakly. Mr. Armstrong raised a brow. "And why not?" Her face went pale. She mumbled something unintelligible. "He wasn't done." "Actually," he said, turning back to me, "I came here because I heard Michael was getting married, and I wanted to honor the man who changed my life by giving my mentor a gift." A waiter placed a seat at the main table, but Armstrong wasn't looking at the chair, he was looking at me. "I'm investing $50,000 in a carpentry workshop, your workshop. a place where you can teach kids the way you taught me. My mouth fell open. Son, that's too much. It's not enough, he said firmly, not for you. The guests erupted into applause, people stood, even the band clapped. For a moment I felt taller than I had in years. And then came the moment I never expected. Mr. Armstrong's voice softened. Before we enjoy the rest of the evening, I want to say something. He looked toward Vanessa and Michael. Honor isn't something you demand, it's something you show. The room went still. He continued, a wedding is about family. And if you can't respect the people who raised you, sacrificed for you, and loved you when you had nothing, then you're not ready to build a family of your own. Michael's face burned red. Vanessa's eyes flickered with embarrassment, then anger, then something like regret. Armstrong guided me toward the main table. As I passed guests, people whispered kind words, patted my shoulder, offered smiles. I felt like a ghost slowly becoming visible again. Once I sat down, Michael approached me, eyes wet. Dad, I'm sorry, I should have stood up for you. I raised a hand gently. Son, a man's character isn't shown when things are easy, it's shown when things get uncomfortable. His voice cracked, I'll make it right. Vanessa stood stiffly beside him. Mr. Joy, I shouldn't have said what I said, she muttered. I was stressed and… Stop, I said calmly. Just treat people with kindness going forward, that's enough. She swallowed hard and nodded. For the rest of the night, I sat in my rightful place, beside my son, near the music, under bright lights, not in the shadows where shame had pushed me earlier. And as laughter floated through the hall and plates clattered and speeches echoed, I realized something. Humiliation doesn't define you. But sometimes, the right person walking through the right door at the right moment can redefine an entire night. And maybe, just maybe, give you your dignity back.